We have an approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right, first up, the board's considering a contract with Becky Garland.
Vicki, have you had a chance to look over that contract, and did you see any things that needed to be addressed?
The only thing I noticed is you might want to set either an amount or a time frame, and then look at then. Do you want to renew it after that? As far as the contract, I didn't, and it's got the pre-audit approval thing at the bottom. And I don't know. But that's a suggestion that you might want to think how much money are we going to appropriate for this, and then see how far it gets you, and then you can always contract again or whatever. Or if it's less, that would be good too.
Okay.
You wouldn't have to, but that might help you about your budgeting.
She did say that she thought she could get everything done up within how long? I know you've had more conversations with her about it than...
I'm thinking, I can't remember exactly what she said, but I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
How many hours is she going to work within those 2 to 3 weeks?
I can call her. I was just on a Teams meeting with her, if you want me to.
Yeah, it didn't read like she anticipated it being, 40 hours a week or anything.
Right.
But,
Give me a call her.
Yeah, I think we should.
Hi.
Hey, Becky.
Uh-huh.
I am in the board meeting now, and they had a question. They wanted to know about how long did you think it might take to assist Amanda here in the office?
I think what I put in the contract was, and this is just and I think I'm being more than generous on time. I think I put 10 to 14 working days, which I don't think it'll take that long once we dive in. That's just given, contingency just in case we run into, we find some stuff that that we find a mess, worse mess than what we think. If that makes any sense. But let me double check.
Becky, are you foreseeing to kind of get started on this and let it be like 8-hour days, or are you going to do it like 2 or 3 hours a day, or 10 hours a week, or?
I would like,
because I know you got a lot of things going on.
Yeah, I would like to be able to, dedicate a day a week, and let it be maybe from 9 to 3. Where we're doing 6 hours at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, what's going to happen is they're going to get interrupted somewhat. But I want to try, my goal is to get it done to where when we start really diving into the 24 audit, it's all there. And I want to try to have everything finished and up to date and up to stuff by June 30, so that when we're working on the field work, we're not scrambling around looking for stuff like we did in 23.
Right. If we get this approved today, Becky, when do you think you could start on it?
What I wanted to do was meet with Amanda and Linda next week, one day to map everything out as far as where do we want things and what are we seeing. I know there's a lot of stuff that needs to be boxed up. That's previous years. The audits are finished. So I was thinking to come over one morning or afternoon and spend that time creating a plan. And then they're going to need to order some supplies. I know they probably need to get some baker's boxes.
I already ordered some.
Okay, good. and then start shortly thereafter. Once we get it mapped out, then probably start either next week or the next week.
Okay. That's about all the questions
Becky,
I've got.
how many total hours are you thinking? Just a rough estimate.
About anywhere between once again, I really think this is a high estimate. I'm thinking around 60 hours, but I think that's a high estimate actually. Once they start getting a groove on it, I think it'll move pretty fast.
Okay.
It's just a matter where the time-consuming part's going to lie is going through the stacks and triaging through what needs to go where and what year needs to go where. Once they get a feel for it and a groove going, I think they'll be able to, we'll be able to move pretty quick. We just got to buckle down and get it done.
How much per hour are you going to charge us, Becky?
Well, in my letter, I stated that what I'm billing is $100 an hour. That's $50 off my normal billable rate of $150.
$6,000.
Could be.
Be worse if it gets back in shape.
If it gets us back in shape, yeah. I don't have any more questions. Vicki, do you have any questions?
I don't.
Okay. Do you, Kenna?
Not really, I mean, but at the end of the 14 weeks, I guess we need to, if it ain't done, we need to probably renegotiate to extend it out.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna take it.
I don't think it's going to take off that neither.
Honestly, I don't think it will. Once we get started, it's just a matter of, it's going to be, labor intensive, but it's going to be, once they get started, it's just going to be a matter of working our way through the stacks. And once they start feeling of where things are supposed to go, it's going to go pretty much faster than what, the beginning is going to be slow and tedious. But as they work through it, it's going to get easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I've got.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Becky.
You're welcome.
I'll call you back afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
You done pre-audited everything?
Yeah, we was working on something different. That's what I was talking about just then.
I'm going to make a motion that we accept the contract with Becky and look into it after those 14 weeks of, and just kind of like to be updated on it, especially after the first week of it, when you girls get busy with her and see how it's going.
Yeah. I'll say.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Next up was the revised website contract.
I don't know much about this one.
I think that's Amanda.
It is. It's the
She's
website.
just trying to write notes right now.
It's the website that we were going with when our website was shut down on us. We've had several board meetings about, it's called Revise, and in all this craziness, we do have our old website back up, but it is so difficult for Linda or I to add stuff to it, like the budget or meeting minutes or the water reports that Chad needs that we have to have, that he's out of compliance if they're not uploaded in a certain length of time. And it's very hard to get hold of one of the IT guys that we have. He's been sick. So we have paid these guys $3,000 already. And they have started. They have a temporary website, but we have not went live with it. Charlton Mechanic has helped me with all of that, and he has not sent us a bill. And he's done, quite a bit of work with them.
Do they know? So if you want, I feel like we need to keep it. It's just.
I do. It is a 5-year contract. I think they spoke with Mayor Adams on this. And from what their understanding is, we are in contract with them. And the whole total for the 5 years is $10,000.
I think it was around 8. I don't have it.
8,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
$8,000 a year, or $8,000
No,
for the
total.
total.
The whole total.
Yeah.
But Linda and I would be able to go in and do, add things to events if we have events. If we have water outages or whatnot, I can post that on the website. They've made it really person friendly from what I've seen of it. But
I'm going to make a motion. We just stay with the revised website contract.
okay.
We've
It
already.
does look like that they list the payment amount as $3,000 a year for 4 more years, and I don't say that we've done a pre-audit, but you can always do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll second them and change it to the pre-audit.
Alright. Alright. Any other business?
No, I don't have anything.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Alright. Adjourn it.